Greetings friends and welcome to the gameplay guide on how to make breakable objects. Alrighty, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves a block. So go into modes, sculpt mode, get ourselves a nice block. You can make it as big as you like. But before you put it down, we're just going to put on a guide, and that's going to be a grid snap size 8. Alrighty, then you can make a copy of it, L1 and R2. Okay, alrighty. Then what we're going to have is, this is our original block, and this is going to be the block that breaks into various pieces. Okay, cool. You can turn off the grid snap quickly. Now I'm going to show you how to break this block into various pieces. Press L1 and X, and you don't have to use all sorts of weird subtracting and so on and so forth. You can go into Tools and go Cutout, which is a lovely tool. Then you can make sure to make your tool quite big when you do this. And these are going to be the various broken bits of your block. So here's one, there's two, and let me make now sort of a third one. Well, it did go a little bit funny there. So let me just go back quickly. Alrighty, so I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's have a look. Okay, cool. We've got 4 pieces of our block, quite geometrically pleasing actually, I must say. It's quite cool. So these are going to be the 4 pieces of our broken cube. Then you're going to select them all. You're going to go into physical properties, turn visibility off, turn collidable off. That just makes it so that when our normal block is busy being not broken, you aren't going to see the broken pieces flying around. Alrighty. Now we're going to quickly go into show and hide and turn preview and visibility off. I just unticked it there. Then go into animate, keyframe, stick it down just there. Press L1 and square when you've got them all selected again. And we're going to make it so that when this keyframe is activated, it's going to be movable, visible, and collidable again. So in other words, this is going to be this is the event of the block being broken, and I'm going to show you how to trigger this just now. Alrighty. So the next thing is we want to align these two together. So remember when I put that guide on earlier, we went into that grid snap and we made it size 8. We made it so that now, if I move this, whoop, it's perfectly aligned. Press L1 and X to add it to the group. You can leave it or let go of R2 there. And here we have a nice group. But actually, if we turn off show and hide, it's going to disappear. So we must go into this group quickly with L1 and square. And we're going to say visible and movable. But if you look closely, you can actually see the seams of the broken parts. So what you're going to want to do there is go into the little parts of the broken parts and turn visible off so that they aren't visible anymore. You'll see some of them have become visible because you made the group visible there. Alrighty. So I'm just going to go into physical properties, turn all of these invisible. Whoops. This can be a little bit tricky to get the right one. But now if we turn invisibility on or turn on preview invisibility, you'll see there aren't any seams any longer. Alrighty. Now the next thing we can do is turn off this grid snap. Then remember this keyframe we had over here? We can just bring that down quickly. We're going to go into gadgets, put down a little microchip. Alrighty. We're going to put our keyframe in the microchip, go into the keyframe, put on keep changes. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go into gadgets once again, sensors and input, and then we're going to go and find ourselves an impact sensor. We can plop that down right now, and then we're going to go into its touching output. So in other words, when our cube is touching something, it's going to break apart. So this is a very flimsy cube. Alrighty, so let's see if it works. Okay, cool. Well, we've got all our broken pieces. That looks pretty great, but we've got this original one here, which is still visible, and we don't want that. We want that to actually disappear because we're giving the illusion of it breaking into pieces. So we're going to go into our keyframe while it's still playing. We're going to go scope into our big cube here. We're going to go into our keyframe with L1 and X to make sure it's recording. And then we're going to go and turn off visible, and we're going to turn off collidable as well. But you ask me why we're turning off collidable as well? That's just because when it lands, we don't want the broken pieces to be colliding with something that's, you know, that's not actually there. Because otherwise you might have a piece that breaks off and like is floating on this invisible block. So there you are. Let's have a look. Haha, alrighty. So our block is breaking into various pieces, and although it doesn't look particularly, you know, it would be a little bit more satisfying if they kind of broke and, you know, flew around a little bit. But if we move a few pieces around like this, we see that they do actually break quite nicely. And if you give it like a little bit of a tilt, you know what I mean? We do a little bit of this and that, we do see that it does in fact break. So friends, there you are. That is how you make a breakable object. You can apply this to puppets, you can apply it to big old sculptures, anything really. The cutout tool is like amazing. It is your friend. Get used to it, try and experiment with it. And yeah, friends, I hope you found this useful and helpful. Please hit me up with those likes and those subscribes if you did find it helpful. And hit me up with any comments if you have any questions or want me to make anything in particular or try out something. Alrighty, friends. Ba-ba-ba. Some various broken pieces. I think I'll maybe just rotate them a little bit. It might look a bit more impressive. You know what I mean? You can put a force applier, friends, if you feel like. You can put a little force applier in here, if you like, and that'll give it a bit more of a cool, impacty sort of vibe. But I think I'm just gonna make it a nice and cool little breaker party situation, so that we can tell the sheer power of this logic. You can apply this to so much stuff, friends, as I say. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for bearing with me. I hope you found this helpful, and useful. Alrighty, friends. Thanks a lot, and catch you on the flip-flop. Peace out.